Why we started it? Well, first of all, we found out through your organization borrowing our tools, stuff that Grassroots Gardens existed. We had this kind of partnership already going on with the tool library. From that, it piqued my interest in what are these gardens all about. So I traveled around the area of where you have gardens already established in the west side, east side, and so on. I was really impressed with that and wanted to know why we didn't have something like that in our neighborhood. Wouldn't that be great? Found out we can't do that if we could find a vacant lot that would be appropriate. And I found out the city wasn't really doing too many lots anymore, and we don't have too many city-owned lots in this neighborhood. So I was lucky enough to find a landlord and asked him if we could. It was an overgrown lot, people were complaining about it not to be taken care of and so on. And I approached the owner of the lot and asked him, what do you plan on doing with it? And he said he was thinking of putting a parking lot up there. And that's where I came up with that. I said, how about we don't pay Paradise, put up a parking lot, but put up Paradise instead and make a community garden. His mother was in the background in the kitchen while I was talking to him. She said, look, it's actually my lot, and if you put up a rose in memory of my mother, then you could have the lot and take care of it. And then it was offered to us, so he agreed, signed the papers, and that got us started with working with Grassroots Gardens and applying for a grant to get this going. Another thing about this, so we realized in the university area, we have a really diverse community, and we wanted to see the diversity coming together in a way to meet each other, talk to each other, and participate in this garden. It's a community garden, and we have a diverse community, and that's what we've been have going on here. We have students, we have church faith-based groups. We have the University of Buffalo participating at different levels. We have people in the community that are with different block clubs that come here and they do the gardening. Basically, what we did is we adopted these beds out to different people, and they just tended the garden at their leisure. It's been a tremendous change. This was really, this little area, the little green space across the road from us, this little park area was just kind of forgotten about. A lot of students would just throw their red cups all over the place, and pizza boxes and beer bottles, you'd see it all over the place. And nobody was really picking it up. It was just kind of I guess what's one more piece of trash? As we started cleaning this place up, the neighborhood started cleaning up little by little. I see people picking up trash and putting it in the garbage can in our garden just because there's a place to put it. And I don't see the messes like it was. I see respect. An interesting thing too is when we started this garden, being right here in the middle of the university area, most of the neighbors were saying, you're in for trouble. You're going to see a lot of vandalism. They're going to be over here trashing your place and so on. Nothing has happened here. I got tools that have been unsecured here throughout the whole, since spring, throughout the summer. No one's stolen any tools. No one's vandalized the area. I thought there'd be something, but there's nothing. People don't even walk their dogs back here. And if they do, they're cleaning up because there's no messes whatsoever. And I see people from all over the community coming here. There aren't even gardeners, just sitting down, having a picnic, having a cup of coffee and enjoying the fresh air. It's like a little park in our community. Probably the most significant players has been Pat Mason. She's been over here, single mother with a 13-year-old daughter that really is passionate about gardening. She's done a lot of work here on her own. But we also have Linda Garwell, who's a master gardener. She's gotten involved. But we have college students. We have they took a bed and adopted it and take care of it. We don't get many. They just take it and do it on their own. We have two different church groups, St. Joe's and the Presbyterian Church, University Presbyterian Church. We have a family, the man is out of Africa. He took a garden with his family, a raised bed, and maintained that. Trying to think of who else we have. We've had youth groups coming in here. We've had different volunteers from all different areas. An environmentalist group, law club of environmentalists. They came in. They want to be part of this garden now in different ways. Cool. We also we're going to take our fence, and we're considering doing kind of murals that would demonstrate the diversity in the community with murals and street art. All kinds of different projects that are coming up with all kinds of different people. The man next door, we had the fire hydrant permit where we could to water the garden, but the guy next door, a nice Christian man, saw what we were doing. He says, you need water, you could have our water. In return, we take care of his yard and cut the grass. He didn't even ask for that. We just do that. And then different people do it at different times. No one's really like in charge. It's one of these interesting, do what you feel is right. And it's just developed on its own, basically, with no real plan. I think I'm more conscious. In fact, I really got excited. I'm not really a gardener, but now I'm getting really into it. I've come here quite a few times and harvested some stuff and go home and cook fresh vegetables and add it to my whatever I'm cooking at home. I know that a lot of people in the community that aren't doing so well have been coming to this garden. We've asked them, if you need the vegetables or you want the vegetables, take them. So it's getting distributed throughout the community, not just the gardeners, but a lot of people that in the neighborhood. So I definitely think there's a higher consciousness, as far as, for me anyway, to think about what we're eating now. I think I could see a few more raised beds, some more flowers, more sitting area, some more art. We want to do things like community workshops. We just bring kids in from the community. We're going to be building what do you call it, birdhouses out of different things. We're using license plates as the roof for some of these birdhouses. We're doing ceramic tiles on them, mosaics. Just a gathering place in the community. We've also been offered 2 more lots from the same guy who owns this lot, if you want to do more in the community. Because we're right in the university area, we have a lot of talent with these bright students. We've talked to some about possibly getting a solar panel up here so we could have access to some electricity where this could be a self-sustaining garden, along with another group talking about putting a cistern in here where we can collect the water and use it, dig a big trench in the ground where the rainwater would drain into there, and we could pump it back out, and we wouldn't have to use any fire hydrant or hose. We'd try to make it a totally self-sustaining garden. That's what our goal is eventually.